I find that your rejection does not meet my needs at this time. Therefore, I will assume the position of assistant professor in your department this August. I look forward to seeing you then. Best of luck in rejecting future applicants. That is brilliant. Hello, Delta 5 viewers. This is Lee Lisenby. I'm going to take you through a quick topic that I think is very, very important. It's called determination. We have 5 D's at Delta 5. So determination is one of those 5 D's. But it could be called grit, perseverance. We needed a D word, so determination was what we came up with. We're very clever at Delta 5. Not so much, but I'm going to share a letter that I found online. This is a rejection letter sent to a person who was applying for assistant professor at a university. So he gets the standard rejection letter you get when you don't get the position. And he replied back, "Thank you for your letter on March 16th. After careful consideration, I regret to inform you that I'm unable to accept your refusal to offer me the assistant professor position in your department." So he rejected the rejection, right? So I'm going to skip a paragraph here, but it gets a little bit better. So despite, and he names out the university, outstanding qualifications and previous experience in rejection applicants, I find that your rejection does not meet my needs at this time. Therefore, I will assume the position of assistant professor in your department this August. I look forward to seeing you then. Best of luck in rejecting future applicants. That is brilliant. I read that the other day. It made me laugh so hard because, we've all received them. Anyone who's ever applied for a job has received rejection letters, and it's a pretty common thing now to receive that, especially with online applications. So I got a pretty big kick out of that, and it started reminding me of some stories that I had in my career. So I led a manufacturing team. It was about probably 8 years ago, and there was this kid that wanted a job there, and he applied, but when he applied, I think we didn't have an opening. We already filled that position, and we had I don't know the situation exactly, but anyway, he didn't get the job at the time. So he set an alarm or some sort of reminder, notification. Every Wednesday, I'd go to lunch, and for whatever reason, he knew my lunch schedule. I guess maybe he just assumed what it was. I'd come back from lunch, and I'd have a voicemail on my phone every Wednesday. And he said his name, who he was. He gave me some information about how we met, because we didn't meet when he applied. It's hard to remember because you meet so many applicants. And then he asked for the job every week. He asked for the position. He's like, "I'm still available. Here's my number. Here's my email. I'll send you my resume." On and on and on. Every Wednesday. And it was pretty much a scripted call. It was almost the same call or message every week. And the first time, I didn't think much of it. The second week, I was like, that's the same person who left the voicemail the week before. Then the third week, it started to become a trend. The fourth week, I started noticing it was every Wednesday, because before, I don't think I realized it was the same time, same day each week. Then the fifth week, I forwarded the voicemail to one of my managers. I said, "Would you hire this guy?" It says the 5th voicemail he's left me about this position. And we just happened to have a position opening up at that time, and he called him up, and we ended up hiring him. And he was a great employee. Great employee, very determined employee, that's for sure. And I want to give you a story about another gentleman who already worked there for me, and he graduated college, and he wanted to move up. He was in a production role, production operator, we called him, and he wanted to move up into management. Well, again, we had no positions to move into. So I told the kid, and I use his name because we're good friends today. His name was James. I said, James, we have nowhere to go for you right now. He said, well, any projects I could be doing to help you out? So there's always projects, right? I mean, in a busy organization, there's more things to do than there are, people to do them. So I got a project thrown on my plate that I needed to hand it out to a manager. All my managers were full of projects, so I thought this would be a good project for James. So I call him out, and we have a clean room environment where we had to gown up and we worked in a sterile environment. I call him out of the clean room. He comes to my office, and I said, hey, could you do this project for me? And he was, lit up with joy. He's like, absolutely, but I'm gonna need this, this, and this. Like, he needed a computer and some software. I'm like, done. We'll have it in a few weeks for you. So we got all that in, set it up for him. We got him a makeshift workspace in a corner of a conference room, and he got to work. And he had to produce some videos for us for what we call standard work. So our operators, it was like a training video we were making for our operators. And he absolutely blew it out of the water. It was probably a week later, he had his first video edited, ready to go. And I couldn't believe the quality of work. I said, James, have you done this before? He's like, I never made a video in my life or edited one, but it's all on YouTube. So I just watched YouTube videos every night and then came to work and implemented it into this video. So, I mean, it's absolutely blown away by this work. So he finishes the project, goes back into clean room, works some more. And then we purchased a new software system, and I was having to lead that project to implement the software system. It was ERP system, enterprise resource planning. It controlled all of our manufacturing data. It was a large project, and I could tell pretty quick in the project, this is gonna be a full-time job. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this, 8-10 hours a day and do my own job. So whatever reason, I thought of James. It's like, I bet James could do this. So I call him out of the clean room again. I tell him what we're doing and I ask him what he thought. And he said, well, I won't be able to work in the clean room because this is going to be a full-time job. But like, yeah, we're offering you a full-time position. So he ended up doing that, went back to school, got a master's degree in data science. And now he works for a Fortune 500 company as a senior in data science, making 3-4x what he was making when he worked for me. So I mean, it's a super cool story. I just think it's awesome that determination can get you so far, right? So keep that in mind. Don't take no for an answer. Determination gets you a long way. So when you get the rejection letter, reply back with your own response. Don't accept your rejection letter, and don't accept no for an answer from your boss. Just keep persisting. Just be gritty. Keep asking, and eventually you'll get there. Thanks for watching. Delta 5.